Yeah.
I just want the paper. I just want the paper. I just want the paper.
Yeah.
I just want the paper. I just want the paper. I just want the paper.
It's still a feeling that you love to hate. Don't hesitate to put in work just to get this pay. And all this talk about food, I guess I need a plate. And once the trap house boom, I guess I flip a state to get this rape. Money violent like I'm Miz and Rafe. Half a brick a yay. My fire work like Independence Day. Spark a split for hate. Niggas learn from that chink shit. Now my shooters move around, we moving brinks with. I'm from the school of the hard knocks, from a hard block. I need a beat with a hard knock, flipping hard rock. Need a coupe with a hard top or a hard drop. Pull it out, they be all shocked, watch they jaws drop. My niggas crazy, but we optimistic. Cause I remember days I didn't have a pot to piss in. Somebody tell these pussy niggas I'm the best that did it. Your boy Dag, fire plane, that's the best description. Motherfuckers,
Yeah. I just want the paper. I just
Yes, sir. We are back. Part 2, champ. Part 2. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. It is I, the toughest of all things tough there is. Tough Stino, man. This is Talking Tough with Stino. Make sure, like I said, y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all go over to Cappy Land Records and subscribe to Coach Cap's page, man. Make sure y'all also go over to the Slang Editorial podcast as well. And hit that subscribe button, man. Come on, y'all gotta spread the love. We gotta spread the love, man. Salute. So, yo, Master P responds. I didn't want to go to bed without updating y'all, champ. So, being as though we just did a live talking about the Master P and Romeo drama that's going on, Master P responds with a live video. Coach Cap got the video for us. Salute to Coach Cap for having that video for us to partake in, champ. All right, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Doughboy salute, champ. You already know what it is. Let's get into this Master P response. Let's go.
got you.
Today a sad day because I got to and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. That means you want to do your own thing. You done brought your own circle of people. But you can't get mad at me because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertain this on social media, I thought that was about the DJ Twitch post I put up. And I thought it was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know that it brings people closer together, or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I just said, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world, not to get out and hustle and go do my thing. But that's the problem. When you take kids and you kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, you never gave me nothing. At 30-something, man, people could go back and look, you've been shining for a long time, son. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me or come to the house and holler at me. The saddest thing about this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction. So if you destroy me, what are you going to do for the rest of the family? Are you going to take care? You told me on the post that you put up, you go take care of people in the community. That's what you're supposed to do when you come from that. You go help people. I'm just not helping ungrateful people. I'm not an ATM machine. People can't just say they love me when I give them something. I'm tired of that, y'all. And any other parents, you could be rich or poor at a smaller level. You might give your kid $10, but if that's all you got, I've always fell off, got back up, hustled, did my thing. I'm tired of all these blog sites and all this stuff, poking and having fun. Y'all can, but I'm about to go back to work and do what I got to do. I love my family. My door is always open for my son. To be honest, because we shouldn't have to go through this. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm apologizing to you if I'm wrong. I'm still a work in progress. I come from nothing. Everybody go through trauma. I'm dealing with this right now, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal. Allow me to heal. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying and all. I can't get my daughter back, but I can get out there and keep a legacy going, keep a name going. So let's do this in love and let's do this in peace, because this is what the system wants. Think about it. We stronger together, but you older now. So you got to lead by example for the rest of the kids. And we're gonna get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it. And God gonna do what he gotta do. You know, I'm not gonna come on here no more. So bloggers and everything else is cool. Whatever you want to deal with Romeo. Whatever y'all think he's saying is true or whatever, that's cool too. I can live with it. I'm at peace now. I had to speak my piece.
Now, can you bring that back to the beginning, because we all gonna listen to that again, just in case anybody missed it. But yeah, pause it.
I gotta get out of character.
It's so, yeah, man. Like this is why I wanted to just do the update before we called it a night, because that sounds like a real father to me. That sounds like a real person to me. That nigga do sound like he's about to start crying. I'm not an ATM machine. That's the most parental line right there. Yo, listen, bro. Like he said, y'all can go back and look. Y'all can go back and look. That nigga been shining his whole life. You 33 years old now, bro. I mean, at what point do we start making our own bread? You know what I mean? I don't think Master P mismanaged his son's bread. And I said that on the last live. I don't think Master P mismanaged his son's bread. Like I said, maybe it wasn't that much of his bread to go around, champ. Maybe it wasn't that much of Little Romeo bread to go around, champ. Little Romeo drove Lambos. Little Romeo lived the life that he wanted to live at that time. Do you think Little Romeo could have afforded a Lamborghini and a big mansion and all that stuff with the money that he was bringing in for himself, just with the music part? I don't believe so. He may have had a mansion for a year, if it was up to him, if it was up to his bread. You know what I'm saying? I do believe, like I said before, man, kids don't really understand the sacrifices that they have to, that has to be made in order for success to be granted. I mean, how you feel about this, Cat, man? It's you know, fathers.
He sounds sincere, but I think when it got to the money part, it kind of missed some of the other shit that Rome was saying. You know what I'm
like
saying?
As far as the taxes and all that?
Nah, not even the tax. Forget it, because that's in the money part. I think in the part where he's like, yo, you know, you don't pay attention to us when we talking to you about us being suicidal and depressed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part that's kind of missed and all of that. Everything else he's saying, I agree. I don't disagree with him. I can understand where he's coming from, but I think he kind of missed a little bit of what Rome was actually trying to say. I think with Rome bringing up the money was the wrong thing for him to do, simply because it's taken away from what his real message was.
I think it's a lot of backlash. Not backlash, but just an outcry. I do believe that because his sister died, you know, it's a lot of tensions and shit like that. This is his, you know, he sort of blew up at the moment. Master P did say something very, very good towards that though. So, like I said before, everybody deals with loss differently. Okay, everybody deals with loss differently. Maybe it was easier for him to write a post about DJ Twitch to warm him up to talking about his daughter, because it's so painful. Maybe he don't want to keep reliving the fact that I'm saying he's a parent that just lost a child. Like that's a different type of pain. Like it's certain people deal with things differently. Like he said, so I'm supposed to be moping and crying and moping and crying. Like I've never seen my grandmother cry like at a funeral. But does that make her weird? Or do people just deal with things differently? You know what I'm saying? Like my grandmother don't cry at all. My moms don't cry. Like, but do that make them cold, or is it just that's just how they deal with certain things? Who's to say that they don't go home and cry when they in their room before they go to sleep? You know what I'm saying? Well, he said a nigga could do everything and still get scrutiny. Of course, champ. Of course. Of course. The nigga been shining his whole life. But we gonna play that audio again for everybody that just joined the building. Know what I mean? Salute. All crying ain't visible. That's a fact. And everybody deal with things differently. So just because he didn't make a direct post about his daughter don't mean that he don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. You can play it.
Character and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. That means you want to do your own thing. You done brought your own circle of people, but you can't get mad at me because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertain this on social media.
Pause
I thought
it.
The DJ Twitch post I put up, and I thought
yeah, so the first thing that he says right there is he calls Little Romeo. So he tries to reach out to Little Romeo, and Little Romeo don't pick up, which is probably true because like on Growing Up Hip Hop, Little Romeo move a little sus. All right, Little Romeo do move a little sus. He don't really move as like a stand up, like a stand tall nigga. So I could believe that. Another thing he says is, you know, nigga, you been around me your whole life. You seen what I was doing. You know, I'm a hustler. Why you not where you need to be? Because you didn't listen. And I can't front. My pops told me that before. Like, bro, you could have had an easy life if you listened to what I told you, but you wanted to go off and do what you wanted to do and be this other type of person that I didn't raise you up to be. And you know what I'm saying, nigga, it's not my fault. Like, basically, like, nigga, if you would have stuck to the path that I paved out for you, you would have been good. Like, you would have been straight, bruh. But you brought your own people around, you brought your own circle around, you listening to different niggas, and you failing, and now you blaming me. That's what I'm getting from that first part right there. You gotta press play, bro, if you want.
I thought it was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know death, it brings people closer together or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I just say, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world. Now I can get out and hustle and go do my thing.
But that was a shot at Romeo.
When you take kids,
that was a shot.
You kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, you never gave me nothing. At 30-something, man, people could go back and look. You've been shining for a long time, son.
Press pause.
All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me or come to the house and holler at me. The sad.
Now, the ill thing about old niggas is they say stuff without saying it. So when he's talking, you got to sort of decipher what he's saying and what he mean, right? And it's for the chat. And I'm saying, he said, yo, I could go back to the streets and I could have nothing and I won't blame my parents. I would thank my pops and thank my moms for putting me in the game and letting me be able to go out there and hustle, right? He said, but the problem is when you have these kids right? And you do everything for them, and they get to a certain age and they've never faced certain obstacles. When they go through having a late bill or the lights get shut off and you got to pay the reconnection fee, you got to do all these things, or going the weekend without heat because you didn't have enough money to pay a bill. When they start going through things like this, a car get repoed, certain things like that, they not used to it. They not used to it at all. So they start lashing out. They start lashing out. Like, I think Romeo is hurt about his sister. I think he is hurt about his sister, but these feelings didn't come from the time that his sister died, bro. He been feeling this way. He been feeling this way.
That's what I was saying before. It's a buildup.
It's a buildup
of a bunch of things, and he ain't just speaking about his. He's talking about his other siblings.
Right.
When he says you got kids that deal with suicide and depression, and you're not acknowledging that shit, or however he worded it. That's deeper than all that shit. That's saying you don't see us and you don't acknowledge that the kind of hurt that we got. You don't see none of us.
Yeah, I don't. So on that post, I don't believe that he was talking about ever. I believe that nigga was really mad because his pops didn't make a post about his daughter passing away, bro. Because that's what he said. He said, "Oh, you post about this nigga, but you know what I'm saying, you don't talk about your own family that's going through the same type of situation and rah." And it's like, my nigga, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he tries to speak to you niggas. He says he tried to call you niggas. And you niggas is grown. You niggas is grown, bro. Like, y'all niggas is my age, bro. Y'all niggas is grown. Nigga, you 33 years old. Nigga, you depressed because of some shit that you did. Facts, nigga, you're not a kid no more. None of his kids are children. Let's just put this out there. Of course, he's gonna be there to help niggas, but bro, I guarantee you, bro, the majority of their depression is that this nigga's not an ATM machine. I can guarantee you that. The majority of their depression is that they now have to go into the world and they have to go ahead and make a living. That shit is depressing. I'm depressed too. I got to do this shit every day. I was at work from 7 o'clock this morning. I got off at 5:30. Did 3 lives. It's 11:45. I'm about to go to bed and wake up and do it again tomorrow and then again Tuesday. I work Christmas. Like, bruh, that's depressing. It's depressing when you got to live a real life. It is depressing. However, I don't believe that Master P disregards his children's feelings. I believe this nigga Lil Romeo is a worm, champ. I believe this nigga is sensitive. He wanted his dad to use his platform to voice his sympathies about his own daughter's passing, and he didn't do that. And Lil Romeo got tight, and that just boiled over from everything else, like Lil Romeo having to fend for himself. But Pops brought him when he was a baby, so unless Rome blew through all of it, he should be living like Dad. I'm just saying. Well, as we go on in the video, Master P says he fell off, he came back up, he fell off, he came back up, and that's usually happens when you a hustler, bro. You usually fumble a pack, get a pack, fumble a pack, get a pack, double it, fumble it. That's how it go when you a hustler. But he know how to get to a bag. And Romeo don't. You can get to press play, bro.
Saddest thing about this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction. So if you destroy me, what are you going to do for the rest of the family? Are you going to take care? You told me. Pause it. On the post that you
I wish I could control it. I'm sorry, bro.
No, but I got you.
But that should go back to what I was saying in the last live, bro. The nigga says, if you destroy me, who's gonna take care of the family? If you destroy the legacy, how are y'all niggas gonna make any money? If you destroy the legacy and you destroy Master P's name, how are you going to take care of the family. That's the most important thing. I don't care if he ever addresses suicide. I don't care if he ever addresses depression. I don't care, bro. I don't care if he ever addresses his daughter's passing. The most important thing is that the family is taken care of. Y'all niggas can talk to me about all of this stuff behind closed doors. Please don't mess up the legacy, because ain't none of y'all niggas got the legs to hold his family up, bro. You're trying to destroy everything. You're trying to like self-destruct the whole family. For what? That shit is crazy, bro. Like, this nigga saying exactly what I was saying on the previous live about Master P and Lil Romeo, man, which I need to go watch if y'all ain't check it out. You can't destroy the legacy. You can lead a man to a lake, but can't teach him how to fish. That's a fact. Niggas is grown as fuck. That's a fact, bro. Master P speaking all facts. That's a fact. Self-sabotage damn near. Yo, bro. I'm about to send you the link too, bro. If you want to pop out, bro. I thought you was live on your page. Yeah, but you can keep it going, bro. You can press it.
On the post that you put up, oh, you go take care of people in the community. That's what you're supposed to do when you come from that. You go help people. I'm just not helping ungrateful people. I'm not an ATM machine. People can't just say they love me when I give them something. I'm tired of that, y'all. And any other parents, you could be rich or poor at a smaller level. You might give your kid $10, but if that's all you got, I've always fell off, got back up, hustled, did my thing. I'm tired of all these blog sites and all this stuff, poking and having fun. Y'all can, but I'm about to go back to work and do what I got to do. I love my family. My door is always open for my son. To be honest, because we shouldn't have to go through this. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm apologizing to you if I'm wrong. I'm still a work in progress. I come from nothing. Everybody go through trauma. I'm dealing with this right now, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal.
About to cry in the car.
Allow me to heal. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying and all. I can't get my daughter back, but I can get out there and keep a legacy going, keep a name going. So let's do this in love and let's do this in peace, because this is what the system wants. Think about it. Pause it. So that's what that was. Okay, Master P, I see what you did. Hold on, let me pull that up. So on the post that Master P put up, where's that? On the post that Master P put up that Lil Romeo is mad about, this is what it says. So it says, nope, this isn't it. This is it.
That was the first post.
He says, RIP to the one and only dancing DJ Twitch, right? He says, salute to Snoop Dogg, yada, yada, yada. So he says, hashtag mental illness is real. Shout out to Post Malone and Dre London coming together with me for the cause. So when he says, I don't have to be on here moaning and groaning, but I can be out there keep her legacy alive. Is that what he's talking about? Did him, Post Malone, and that other cat come up with like a suicide awareness movement? Because if so, then I would understand why he made that post about DJ Twitch, and that would really mean that Little Romeo is not really thinking about business wise. So business wise, he led with somebody that was way more popular. So DJ Twitch, and this is just algorithm wise, right? This is just business. Yeah. DJ Twitch is way more famous than his daughter. So DJ Twitch passing, by him showing love and all that, and then at the end hashtagging what he had going on in honor of his daughter, he's actually doing more for his daughter than a post would do, because he actually teamed up with two rappers and he's attaching it to this viral post of this person that just passed away. So you got to think about the business move, Romeo. This is why you broke, because you're not. This is what did Little Romeo. This is why you're broke, champ, because you're not understanding how this algorithm works. All right, just like how y'all niggas is in the algorithm, and I'm talking about y'all niggas, and the views is going up. That's how the algorithm works. So he actually is caring about his daughter that passed away. He actually is showing compassion and love, and he started a movement, or he started like a little whatever for her to keep her legacy going. You know what I'm saying? You can press the play button again, champ.
But you older now. So you got to lead by example for the rest of the kids. And we can get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it. And God gonna do what he got to do. You know, I'm not gonna come on here no more. So bloggers and everything else is cool. Whatever you want to deal with Romeo. Whatever y'all think he's saying is true or whatever, that's cool too. I can live with it. I'm at peace now. I had to speak my piece.
Damn, champ. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, champ. I don't know. I feel Master P on this one, man. I gotta side with Master P on this one as far as I'm concerned. As far as from what from all of what I know Master P is labeled a scumbag, champ. To most, to some, Master P is labeled as somebody who does not do good business with niggas. However, I do feel him on this particular topic.
I mean, on that, I feel him, but I can read the other stuff and understand what another person is saying. Like, we ain't there,
right?
So what that young man sees and goes through and feels, you know what I'm saying? We can say what we want about how he was brought up and what he had and this, that, and the third, but it's a lot of people that had everything, and you know what I'm saying? Wasn't treated right, wasn't talked to right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I'm not going to dismiss what that young man is saying just because Master P was his pops and he gave him everything.
It's more for me like, bro, you was a little kid and you don't know what the fuck was going on, to be honest.
I can see that, but you
for you to say
that motherfuckers ain't, you can grow up and see that motherfuckers ain't shit though too, bro.
You can.
And that might be where he's at. That might be where he's at. As a dude that's building his own family and taking care of his own family now, that might be where he's at. You start going to look at the books and you start seeing shit is wrong on that end too. All of that will tie in. So you ain't just mad. That's why he said it's the last straw. The last straw mean we done had too many straws being dropped over here, and the load is heavy.
So the last straw was me posting about DJ Twitch.
Shit, probably.
It sounds a little sensitive. Everything don't need to get put on Front Street. Some things are better left handled behind closed doors. He's extra sensitive. But just like Coach Cap said, we don't have the records. You know what I'm saying, we don't know if he was owed money, how much money he was owed from that situation. So we can't really judge that.
I'm sure if some digging went on, some real digging went on, there's probably some money owed to little Romeo, the artist, not Romeo Miller, his son. Like, if we talking record label, the artist, it's probably some money owed. If we talking management company, the artist, it's probably some money owed. You know what I'm saying?
I could see if the nigga was living in a 1-bedroom apartment, champ. I could see that it being money owed.
You living with your parents, they got to take care of you regardless.
Bro, he had a crib next to his pop's crib, bro, at like 16.
That was the shed in the backyard that they turned it. That was what's the name's pool house
champ.
In the back of Uncle champ. Phil crib. That's all that shit was.
Nigga said that was Will Smith hideout.
Yeah, that was the pool house in the back of Uncle Phil crib, bro. Used to be Ashley's. No, used to be what's the name crib?
Hillary.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hillary crib. You know
I can't front, bro. The pool house was fire, son. That shit had a kitchen, that shit had a bedroom and all that. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Them niggas was rich, matter of fact, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. If my dad gave me a shot at music,
richest judge I ever seen.
that nigga was on my soul. Hold on, wait.
Yeah. He was a lawyer first, then he became the judge. But yeah, he was Uncle Phil had.
We may have to dive in that on another episode, champ. That's nigga. Uncle Phil had a big ass crib in Bel Air, champ.
Yeah.
We may have to look into that. We may have to run the tax papers on my son, Uncle Phil. If my dad gave me a shot at music and it was my passion, I owe him more than he owes me, and that's on Family Matters. I mean, so people could look at it different ways, right? So the way I'm looking at it is, you was living amazing. At a certain point in time, it runs out. So from what his dad probably was thinking, I'm gonna sustain life. I'm gonna sustain his life. Let him be to the level that we at now for as long as we can. When that runs out, he should be at the point where he already learned from me and is moving in a certain he's a failure to Master P. Master P probably look at this nigga like, bro, you're a failure, bro. You didn't learn nothing from what I was teaching you, bro. This whole time you've been at my hip and learned nothing.
Does that negate the actual work that he had to do as a kid, though?
What work did he have to do as a kid?
You still gotta record. You still gotta get up and do the TV show. You still gotta.
That's
do the
fun.
videos. You still gotta
That's
go
fun.
It's not.
That's
it's
fun.
Not fun.
Bro, that's fun,
everybody
bro.
don't see that shit as fun. How many child stars?
So then why do it, bro? Then why do it?
Come on, bro. You know why? Don't.
Then why do it?
Don't do that.
Then why do it?
There's plenty of people worse off than him that did not all the way enjoy that shit. And I'm not saying it wasn't fun for him, but the work is still the work. The work is still the work. So should he not have? I'm saying, should he not have any residuals coming later in life? Should there not be anything coming to him still later in his life from the work he did as a child?
Coming from what though? Coming from what? What residual bread is he supposed to be getting right now? Is my question. What's still being paid?
Whatever is coming from that. I don't know
absolutely nothing. I can guarantee it's absolutely nothing.
Even if that shit is 15 cents, the man said he never seen a check for being Little Romeo. The same way niggas say they never been niggas Juvenile say he never seen a check.
Bro, if you listen, if you all right,
a million people artists.
If you 12 years old, 13 years old, right? What checks are you supposed to be seeing?
Bow still see checks off music.
Bow Wow was fucking Bow Wow, bro.
Right.
Bow Wow was Bow Wow, bro.
But his business was done right. His business was taken care of right. He don't see them.
Bow Wow music also still plays, bro.
But he doesn't see anything if the business ain't done right. So don't put you're in a position where it's a fucked up position because that's his pops. So it looks way worse. If Romeo was not Master P's son and he was somebody else, we'd be looking at it like, damn, P did that nigga dirty. He ain't never get a check.
If he was a Master P's son, he would have been nobody.
If he
would have never been nobody. He'd have been working at Taco Bell with spilled hamburger meat on his shoes, champ. He wouldn't have been nobody. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm just like, bro, and this is what niggas don't understand too. Like, bro, niggas lived a certain type of way, and that certain type of way, that shit had to be paid for. Know what I'm saying? And at a certain point in time, niggas supposed to take over at a certain point in time. Know what I mean? Like, but you didn't. You didn't take over, champ. Now I'm 60 years old.
Look, take over what? That company name was done for by the time that nigga was a grown man. They was hanging on to that shit by a string, my nigga. Still trying to hang on to that shit.
not no limit, but something. It didn't have to be no
I'm
limit, nigga. But you did
sure.
ICDC college, bro.
I don't.
Look at the
I don't think
decisions you made as a man,
he made that decision with his pops, my nigga.
bro. That's why that's something that he wanted to bring with his circle of niggas. His pops probably told him not to do it. That's why
his pops brought that to him.
Are you sure about that shit?
Yeah.
Salute Showface News in the building. Y'all already know the
They
vibes.
was on the Breakfast Club defending ICDC college together, my nigga.
Oh man, that's a bad look. That's a bad look.
Yeah,
How do you feel about the situation? Yeah. I can tell by the look on your face that you are very disturbed about what's going on between Romeo and his pops. Shit.
ICDC college, my nigga. What are we doing, bro? I don't like that.
Oh my soul.
I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's nasty. I wouldn't have defended that shit.
They've been in cahoots together this whole time. Up until this point, them two niggas been in cahoots together.
Nah, I
what think shit is fake?
What
like
if what's fake?
Like a storyline for the show?
Yeah. What if it's fake?
It could be that. It could be.
I don't trust these niggas.
For the it could be a storyline for the what's the name joint.
Also, I mean, you know, rock and blue shit.
You never know, niggas could be trying to capitalize.
Shit could be too.
The Bow Wow shit is definitely for clout.
That's a fact. Bow Wow shit is definitely for clout. They both on the show.
I mean, look, it's smart. That don't make it look. It look terrible though. Respectful, like that's a terrible way to go about it. But yeah,
it's always around. It's always around. Shit. No matter what you do, sometimes the clout is right behind the scenes, champ. Sometimes it is these yellow capsules.
You never too old for those yellow capsules, neither. Never too old for those.
Do you believe that Master P owes Romeo bread? Like, how do you think about this situation?
Why in the world would he owe him bread? Doesn't even make sense. He owe him nothing.
So that nigga saying that he has never received no bread from being Little Romeo. So under the name Little Romeo,
how you get an MTV crib? So how the hell you get an MTV crib, bro? He was on MTV cribs, bro.
That don't mean he got a Romeo check, bro.
To the defense of that, a lot of niggas MTV cribs was a lot of niggas had fake cribs on MTV cribs. Like them niggas was giving niggas cribs to actually do.
Salute to Redman and Meth Man.
Salute to Redman. Thank you. Yes, salute to Redman. That niggas like hell nah.
But that crib was crazy, champ. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? However,
niggas sleeping, niggas was cooking eggs, all types.
I'm just saying, do you think that Romeo wasn't getting well taken care of? Like, come on, bro.
We know he was getting well taken care of. That's not what he's saying. I think we look at that part of it and be like, well, his father gave him everything, so he shouldn't get anything for the other shit. Nah, he should get his shit. It should have been something in place or whatever, where he could look back and say, I got something off my work. That's it. So let's not say Master P owes Romeo money, but No Limit Records damn sure does.
So they owe him royalty checks, and if he did any type of shows, he's supposed to get compensated.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm sure it's either some royalty shit. I'm sure it's something from when he got the TV show. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta have some type of royalty checks or something like
Romeo sales. It says that he only sold 500,000.
Yeah.
Champ.
He sold 500,000 on one album.
He sold 500,000.
Show.
Well, the nigga kind of went platinum, bro.
That was gold.
Also,
it was gold.
Also 20 million for the Nickelodeon show, and then they read up twice.
So in the world, all right. So he was around a teenager, so he was definitely a teenager when that show came out. That's a fact, and he should have been getting something. He
was about 14, 15.
Yeah, he should have been getting something out of the deal. I mean, obviously, your father owned most of what's going on, obviously, but that's still. I mean,
I don't think the residual bread would be crazy, and it's like it's like if it's just a tough situation, bro. Because if you was to have given Romeo those checks, Romeo would have had to been living on his own, champ. I'm not gonna give you
Or
these checks and then now, but I still have to take care of you, bro.
they
It's not
said
that
something.
like not that I gotta take care of you, but bro, you're gonna want to live a certain way because you're at that point of fame. So you have to use your own bread. I can't I can't I can't make you live up to that stature look wise, and you want a new cars and you want all this shit. Well, who bread you think that's coming out of? You think that's coming out my bread?
The nigga
That's
30
coming
plus.
out your bread.
He's 30 plus years old, still live next to his pops. Is crazy.
Like,
Like,
come on, bro.
I know
That shit is
about the True to the Game album. I was a No Limit fan, my nigga. Like I definitely
I wasn't.
listen to. Yeah, I listen to everything. So I already know. But
That
what
nigga
he said on
treaty.
that album compared to today ain't shit. It means nothing. If
That nigga shit
they
ain't
having a
age well.
disconnect. Yeah, they having a disconnect, and there's some information that's lost. If that man feel like he ain't get whatever, then we gotta figure out why.
A
So
lot of
nigga,
kids
I
feel like they don't get whatever, bro, but that's just a child.
See,
That's
I'm not
just a
speaking from
child's
the
way of thinking.
I'm not speaking from a child. I'm speaking from an artist to a label. I don't give a fuck,
I'm
father,
talking
son,
about
whatever.
Romeo. Yeah, but you can't think about Romeo as just an artist. He was that man's son. That nigga was
If
not
he's
living on his own. You don't get no
true
fucking
indeed,
checks because nigga, you're living with. I have paid for your lifestyle. I'm not gonna pay for me to have Maybachs and you to have Maybachs because you're a star now and you're making bread. I'm gonna give you your fucking money and you can go ahead and go buy yourself a crib. If that's the case, if that'll save the heartache in the future, I should have just gave you the check and left you out on your own and let you do what you was gonna do then.
why not?
See, nah, bro. Come on now.
How
Come
was
on.
first of all?
Why
I
not?
got
Because the nigga was 12. That's why.
a
Because the
nigga.
nigga was
A
12
nigga.
years old.
You're not gonna give a 12-year-old a fucking bread, bro. But
You're not
That's
gonna give
what
a
I'm
12-year-old $1
saying.
million at all.
You
A 12-year-old
not,
don't touch
but
$1 million.
but he's a star at this point, so he has to be living a certain way. It's just like he wants to live like his dad. I'm a star now. I'm on TV and I'm doing shows. All right, so now some of your bread has to be used, champ. Your bread got to be used because I can't afford to keep up my image and yours.
so then he needs the information.
Has the nigga ever
That
lived
nigga
as
probably
Let me
done
give
got
you
the information already.
let me
Ha-
give you the information so you can see my nigga. So this way you can't say that shit about me. So you can know
True.
when you know what happened to it. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Then bring out the transparency, my nigga. Don't even give them the room to even fucking get the gall to say that shit about you.
Facts. What you saying, Face?
No, I'm saying, has a nigga ever lived as a grown adult? Is what I'm saying, without somebody backing him.
And that's what Master P is saying now. He's like once the kids get to a certain age and they now in the world and they go through certain things, they start that outlash like on their parents. And it's like, my nigga, I got you here to this point. Like, if we would have never knew none of this stuff, we would have thought these niggas had a great life. And that's what, bro, your mother did that. Your father did that. Your mother did that. Your father did that. My mother and my father did that. Nigga, we ain't have it the best, but when we was outside, we was the best looking family. We was coordinated. Now I'm saying, to the outside looking in, we was a good family. And that's how it's supposed to be. Nobody's supposed to know your struggles. Nobody's supposed to know your money issues. Nobody's supposed to know niggas is on food stamps. Nobody's supposed to know that. From the outside looking in, your family's supposed to be a tightly knit unit. And that's what it was if this nigga wouldn't have said all this.
I'm trying to find a space in there where it says Romeo is broke. Nothing he said about the situation says he's broke.
He said that. Yes, he did.
No, he said his siblings are broke.
Oh, well, why is that
He
his
said his
problem?
siblings are broke. Only
That
thing he
sounds like
said
them
was
problem.
Yeah, he said he didn't make no money being Little Romeo. He didn't get no Little Romeo checks. I'm just trying to make sure the fact. I'm saying the facts because I see a lot of people like, yo, if he would have managed his money correctly, he wouldn't be. He's not saying he's broke. He's saying
he said that he didn't make no money from being
right. He didn't make no money from being Little Romeo, the character, the signed person in No Limit Records and No Limit Management. He didn't make the money from that shit. That's what he's saying.
He should not be broke if Pop set him up right. Yo, sometimes,
bro,
y'all niggas got to sacrifice to get along, champ. That nigga bread was probably used when he was still a kid. All them checks coming in kept him in the game. It kept him in the game. That's all. If we would have never known, if we would have never knew this and he would have never did an ICDC college, bro, commercial, bro, he probably would have been a more credible nigga and he probably would have been flourished if we ain't not for real, bro. ICDC college ruined that nigga career. Minors technically have very little rights. Your parents have the authority.
Why the hell is that
if
nigga?
You live with me, bro. Go ahead, champ.
Why the hell was that nigga on at the same time as Maury, Jerry Springer, and Steve Wilkos, bro? That's a better question.
Ooh.
Romeo, nigga, I see the guy. They the college commercials.
Because he had to compete. His commercial had to compete with the nigga telling you was sitting on your couch and you wasn't shit and you should go.
Oh my soul!
But
nigga,
but you
know,
know,
you sitting on your couch, right? Twiddling your fingers, eating cupcakes. Get your ass up today and come on the what's the name of that
bro?
Shit? That was
but bro, the other nigga with the Everest got violated in Phoenix. Like
he did.
What are we doing? You remember son? The nigga from Everest got violated in Phoenix by 2 truckers. Matter of fact, one trucker.
That was him?
Yes, bro. That was him.
That was him?
Yes. Yes, champ.
Yeah, you said I wasn't shit, huh?
Nigga from the Bronx. He said,
I thought that was Texas. I thought that was Texas.
It might have been Texas, but it was definitely.
Yeah, that nigga like this. That nigga was on the floor
him up.
like a seal. That nigga had the seal position. That nigga legs were straight out, but he had his.
But he had his phone up. But he low key could have won, but the nigga tried to take off his jacket. Like, nah, champ.
Yeah, so that shit was it. It was it. That was it, bro. This is why skinny niggas always supposed to take they tops off, pause, when they about to fight, because if a bigger nigga grab that shirt, bro, that shit is over with for you.
Yeah, champ.
Romeo was in movies and TV shows since he was little. Rome needs to learn how to manage his money better. Ungrateful. Yeah, I don't think you can manage your money as a child.
You're not gonna manage your money as a little child, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He had no control over his money as a child. I'm like
you
I
think
said,
he was gonna let that?
Yo, I mean, the only logical thing for me is this, bro. When Little Romeo came out, No Limit was going down. Little Romeo was really the only thing keeping that family to that level.
True.
So, bro, we had to use your money to keep the family lit, bro. Period. You was an investment. We had to keep the family lit. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you didn't receive all that bread, but you know what I'm saying, you still got everything you wanted, champ. Still got everything you want, everything you need. I ain't recoup my bread, bro. You ain't sell too much, champ. So whatever we got, we had to keep the lights and the water hot. I can respect that. As of December 9th, it says he's worth $5 million. That's a nice little chunk of change. Shit, nigga. I wish I had 5,000 right now, champ, respectfully.
$5 million is fine.
Rap Snacks is in Romeo name. Okay. So why you complaining about Lil Romeo shit, nigga? Master P had Romeo.
It was to make the point. It was to make the point to stop fronting. That was the whole. The whole
but I'm
thing
not
was
fronting.
Who's fronting though?
I don't think you fronting.
When he's talking about you only doing shit for your image. You only about your image. You only about you.
It's his brand.
That's the point.
It's supposed to be.
But I'm making sure I drive the points home. I'm making sure I drive the points home so everybody knows why we're here. We're here because of him calling his pops out for free.
Of course. But that nigga needs to understand that image is the reason why them niggas is alive right now. Like
exactly.
But he was never fly, so he don't understand image. Nobody
That
wanted to
nigga-
be him.
Yeah, definitely nobody wanted to be Lil Romeo at all, or Master P for that.
Respectfully.
Nigga,
Say, but
Angela,
at the
Angela
same
Simmons didn't
time,
even want him.
but
Damn,
at the
champ.
same
That's
time,
with Yo Gotti right now.
She with Yo Gotti right now. It's crazy.
That's messed up because Yo Gotti got a chance and you know it's crazy. But go ahead.
So talk about manifestation,
soul.
right?
Yeah,
That
talk
was
about
manifestation.
manifestation. Yeah.
Better communication is needed. Nah, it is. Romeo just wishes his dad was LeVar Ball and held
LeVar
down
Ball,
on his bro.
nigga, Master P got more bread than LeVar Ball. You tripping? I ain't gonna hold you.
Out like this. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the one thing that I can say is better communication is needed. Especially as niggas get older, it's good for parents to come back and talk to their children and just talk to them about like the way they was raised and their life and all that. So it's not no resentment. Because usually within black families, there's some resentment between parent and child, especially as the child grows older. And I see this shit all the time. So it's very good to talk to your children because your children are probably not going to talk to you. They're probably going to wait until they had enough, and then they're going to just blow up, and you're going to be like, "Oh, what the hell is wrong with you?" Like, so you got to make sure you talk to your kids about everything. I mean, because they was there with you. They seen everything. They witnessed everything. They was a part of everything with you. So it's only right that you talk to your kids. I wasn't even supposed to be on here for this long. So I'm about to get up out of here because I am tired. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Oh my soul, I'm tired as hell. Make sure y'all go follow Showface News as well. Make sure y'all go follow the homie Coach Cap at Cappyland Records and at the Slang Editorial Podcast as well, as he uploads his podcast and stuff regularly. Show the Showface News, and I do as well. It's the Triflecta. Y'all make sure y'all go over to wearetough.com. I'm gonna leave y'all with some commercials before I dip. And don't chase that clout, champ, please. Warning. Clouded teen causes extreme cases of dumbness, reckless acts of mookism, and total loss of morality. Are you chasing clout? So is everyone. But why don't you look the part while doing it? Get your official clout merch right now at wearetough.com. That is wearetough.com. If you're chasing clout and you're out here on some mookism shit, go ahead and go over to wearetough.com and get your merch today.
You can't run away from these stars I got, oh baby. Hey baby, cause I got a lot, oh yeah. And anywhere you go, my whole crew gonna know, oh baby. Hey baby, you can't hide from the light.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it real. Trying to keep it real. Tell me what you want, I'ma tell you how I feel. I ain't